up? We're home from work. Let's turn the lights on. Woo! We keep on rolling. How we all doing? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. Let's jump into the charts. Thank you, Brewberry, for being here. Even if it's late for you. I swear if you say Mrs. Otter is doing the crane pose for internet again, I'll die. I don't understand how Wi-Fi is so hard to get there. Well, guess what? We have Wi-Fi. We have Wi-Fi. Mrs. Otter is now a free lady. Free to get me coffee. I don't think she liked that very much. Let's go. Nick Musgrave in the chat, always commenting on the videos. Much love, much respect to you, Nick. Hell yeah, we got internet. We flying here. We're getting into the Bitcoin price. That's how we do here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Now let's look at the monthly, because we got the monthly coming up. February was kind of boring, to be honest, but January was quite nice. Go to the Bitstamp, and you know what we got? We got hidden bullish divergences on the monthly. Let's go and look at it. I don't know if I'm bringing this to your attention. I'm very proud of this, but you can see that we clearly have hidden bullish divergences on the monthly. And you know what? February looks pretty lackluster, doesn't it, compared to January? Now look at that beautiful God candle in January, right? We haven't seen one like this in a while, in October. But the God candle and February looks pretty weak sauce. But we have this bullish divergence, right? So this is going to print, right? And we should have our ugly kind of Darth Maul candle here, like the lightsaber, right? It's got both ends, but it's not looking too pretty. But we do have the hidden bullish divergence. Don't forget about that. That's our friend here. Hopefully that eventually, however it works out, it will take months, because this is the monthly to the moon, depending on where we go. So just wanted to bring that to the attention. That's the title of the video. But obviously, let's get into the Bitcoin price and let's have a look. Alistair Banks, hi there, Otters. Otter Gang, throw it up in the chat. Look, there's even a hidden otter on the chart. Sometimes it just peeks in and it keeps an eye on us. But let's get off the monthly. Let's go over to the weekly and let's get this off our charts. Hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry if you join us in the Discord. You know I was running late. I was cutting a lot of doors today at work and I was quite busy. But you can see here, it looks like we're trending upwards. Money flow is still in the red, and it has not been able to crawl its way out yet. So we'll see. Obviously, we've had dramatic moves down, but we've been looking at certain things here. Now, we've kept an eye on the 3-day, the 2-day, and the daily. And right now, we're very concerned about this bearish divergence here on the 3-day and the 2-day. That can bring us down, but overall, we haven't had that big reaction. This is seemingly hoping to hold us up, this golden pocket here that we'll talk about later. But on the 2-day and the 3-day, it looks like there's room. Maybe not so much on the 2-day, but we're looking to get into that money flow curving over, maybe testing the 0 line, but it hasn't happened as of yet. It looks like it could be doing this on the 3-day as well. Maybe we'll get a little curvature in the next coming days, but we'll know by Thursday on the 3-day. And then we'll know a bit more on Thursday as well for the 2-day. So let's keep an eye on that. And I'll keep you guys updated, obviously, in the Discord. And don't forget to smash the like button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps to get it out to more people so we can grow the Otter Gang. But let's look at the daily. Money flow is working its way back up. Now, this is dangerous because, obviously, we know that when money flow gets up into this territory, it's just wild, right? We can see the separation in the stochastics and the curvature of this hump down here that, hey, guess what? Can this be a continuation of the pump that we see right now, right? Can we see a little bit of a pump, a little bit of relief? We'll see what the Bitcoin price is. Now, we did give some setups yesterday that worked out pretty well. pretty well. I must say pretty well. We'll jump into the 4 hour and we'll look at the 4. And now the 4 looks pretty bullish to me. And why do I say that? Well, I can see that we're coming down here, but it looks like money flow is looking to curl over and maybe bring us upwards. You know, if this works down and pops off, you will need quite a significant low in order not to get a bullish divergence. What do I mean by that? Well, if this continues downwards and we get some sort of hump here, right? This is pretty steep. This one right here is pretty steep, very overbought, right? This orange line here is the overbought line on Market Cipher. So just keep that in mind as well, right? So what happened today? Well, I was at work swinging my hammer and all of a sudden price started to move like crazy. Like crazy. Now, I gave this level yesterday at 23,100 for a retracement. Now, if you had taken this, you would have been primed and ready to go. We pulled the fib, it came down, it touched, and guess what? It popped back up. Now, I did not give you this one here, and I'm sorry about that, but we can't catch them all. This isn't Pokemon. But, we gave this one here, so you would have gotten the retracement from that top, and you would have caught it quite nicely, which is in the middle of this range, which is a high volume area node, which price did come down to, and it bounced perfectly off our golden pocket. So that was given yesterday. Now let's see what we can set you guys up for today. Let's have an overall look. Now, what is Bitcoin saying to us, right? What is this saying? Well, it looks like we're trying to crawl back up, right? It looks like we've come up and down, right? And now it looks like we're trying to get back up to this key level here. And what is that key level? That key level is definitely 23.8, I would say. I'm going to erase this one here. I'm going to put my alarm actually right about 700, and I'm going to save that and make sure that I am ready to trade this 800 level. Now, why is this 800 level so significant? Well, we can see that we were trading this range here before we dropped down below, right? We can also see that we are now trading sideways, which is very similar to this range from before, right? So this is a gateway, an entry point to higher highs, right? It is an entry point to help us move upwards, right? Upwards, right? And we know that this value area local that I will delete as well. I will keep this one on here. Hold. We'll put hold here, right? Because we must hold this. Now, what is this? This is a significant volume area. Why must we hold this? So if we pull volume, that's not the volume tool. If we pull volume straight across, we can see simply that we have this volume area here. So we're trying to hold this volume area, because if we lose it, we could be heading back into this hibernation zone, CME gap, old range high, volume, right? So we have that marked out. We're aware of this below, right? We all have this on our charts, right? Right. Okay. So we must hold here. Now, why is this so important? Because if we do continue lower, we could be putting in a lower low, which would mean more downside, right? More downsides. So this is a key level of support. Also, when we pull our Fibonacci retracement from swing low to swing high, wow, I am not on the clicking game today, I tell you that much, but we can keep trying swing high to swing low to swing high. We can see that we have this beautiful golden pocket here holding us up. Now, this is a beautiful retrace. So we can see that we've come higher low. And now can we continue this movement upwards? Now, this is very dependent on a bunch of things now, because we're getting lots of news. And the news is very wishy-washy. I don't know if you guys use that word, but wishy-washy to me means it's not very easy to understand. For me, it's mixed bag. It's I don't know what's going on, so I'm not trying to guess. What I'm trying to do is trade the levels and look at what the sentiment is, right? So we can see that when we pull a fib from the top to the low, we get some key levels of support and resistance, right? Now we know that we have this golden pocket above us that we touched off perfectly. So let's watch for us to try to break through this tomorrow, right? Also, we can see that we have retraced off of here, but we know that this level here is our range. So this is our range right now. Look for us to try to break through either. Now, would I be trading where we are right now? Absolutely not. This is the middle of the range. It's very unpredictable. We're getting mixed signals. We set this up for yesterday, but we're definitely looking to trade the range. What's up, Felix? Shout out to you. I stayed late today, but guess what? We made it. We made it, right? I hope you had a good work day. I know you've been out there scalping the range, doing your thing, sharing it in the Discord. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. We were just talking about this range, the setups given yesterday. So right now we're looking to continue upwards. Now, why is that? Is because we have put in a higher high, a lower low, and obviously the trend is your friend until the end. Yo, no work for me. Living that free life. That's why you trade in so much. Steroid. Oh, he's getting his pump on. So Felix is calling the pump with the steroid injection. Shout out to you, bro. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're making some nice bags off of this price action. But right now, we're looking at this range to hold and hopefully not allow Bitcoin to drop too much. That being said, we got to be careful. Now, why be careful? Because we got to preserve that capital. We need to use good risk management, and we need to trade another day. So that's what we always talk about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I came out with a greed video the other day, just talking about general practice, mindset practice in order to keep us profitable, in order to keep us motivated and working towards these goals of securing the bag and profiting off of trading, right? The whole point of this is to profit, right? So if we can secure the bag, if we can take profits early and continue to grow, then we're doing the right thing. So thank you guys so much for being here. Haha, I wish joint pain relief, not muscle gains. Well, I know what the joint pain relief is like because I'm a carpenter by trade, and I know I'm pretty sure you're a tradie as well, so you totally understand about the life of a tradie. So we just get beaten up constantly, but that's what we signed up for. So we can't really complain. So yeah, for Bitcoin right now, the weekly, I mean, there's a bull divs on the weekly on Bitstamp. We've watched, or on the monthly. February looks weak. It doesn't look that strong compared to what we've been looking at. But we do have the hidden bullish divergence on the monthly. So we're watching for that. February does not look too strong, not like the months before. So we can possibly see some downside coming with a little bit more of a pump. So we're looking for some relief, but most of all, we're looking to trade this range and we're looking to hold this zone in order to continue upwards on this huge trajectory of a pump, right? So right now, these are the levels. These are my areas, but we got to make sure that we're not getting below this low here, right? So make sure to put these in your chart so that you're ready to trade them, because yesterday we had a pretty good setup and you would have been able to get into quite a nice long today for nice gains. So keep an eye out. Make sure you mark these out. Make sure you're watching them. Right now, it looks like we're trying to move up. We've moved up about 2% from that setup yesterday given, but I will look for us to test this 23,881, 23,800 area and look for a short from here. This would be my trade setup that I'm looking for right now, because of the significant range over here and this range holding us down, right? So we have the highs from previous, but we also have this here with a big volume. So be careful out there, watch that level, and practice good risk management. Alex, do you know how to send your chart link so I can import? If we go over here, I know how to take a snapshot. Chart settings, manage layouts. Do you know how to send your chart link? I can send this link up top here. But that wouldn't be it either. Like to share it or so you can import my chart. I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that so that we can get it all set up. I'll Google it and I'll look into it. Chart link. So you want the link. No stress. We can sort it out later. Appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, we'll definitely look. It's probably in settings. No. Full screen mode. Let's do it. F11. That's the way to go. I think you can publish your chart and share it. The link to that. Okay. Thanks, Alistair Banks. Appreciate you. Import your chart into my trading view. What if I right click this? Am I having a boomer moment, Alistair Banks? That's hilarious. I'll have to look at how to do that for sure. So CME, no major gaps to be filled. Yesterday we gave this gap in the Discord as well, which dropped price. Price came out and filled it. We have a gap here, but it obviously has been filled already. So always keep an eye on the CME gaps. But with the Bitcoin price, we're looking right now at the S&P 500. So why do we look at the S&P 500? Well, we look at it for confluence because what the S&P does, it typically follows suit. So we've come down, like we've said, and we've gotten a bounce. Now, this bounce doesn't look too strong because we've come up and then come back down. So are we going to follow this beautiful trend line that's been respected, right? If we do get under it and we come back up and we fail to push back out, I do believe that is very bearish for all markets, right? Very bearish. So this would be bearish. Obviously, if we hold this trend line from previous dates, it's still in the run to bust out of this key trend line that has held us down. So we're going to watch the S&P. It's looking for a bounce. It obviously hasn't had a significant one yet, but if it can come back and retest this trend line, that would be bullish for Bitcoin, right? If it can come back and retest this and maybe get through eventually, we can be off to the races. So let's watch the S&P. Hopefully it doesn't lose this trend line because that will be very bearish for Bitcoin. So that's also something we're watching. So the Dixie we're watching as well. We've seen the Dixie pump. And right now it has been rejected. Oopsie. It has been rejected. And it's come back down to earth, which is very good. We have, all the way up to 105.3 and then back down now into this range. Maybe it stays in it. Maybe it pushes back up. But you can see we have this range here with the highs and the lows. So if it stays within this range here, it's more healthy, right? That looks like a flying saucer. Shout out to the flying saucers that came over the USA. We never know when the aliens are going to come and say hi to us. So be careful out there because they're watching us and they probably trade Bitcoin as well. So yeah, we're trying to stay within this range. But if Dixie continues upwards, that is bearish for Bitcoin, right? That is bearish. So let's watch the Dixie. Let's make sure it doesn't keep pushing, because if it does, then risk assets are going to drop, right? So we're keeping an eye on that as well. Now, for me, I've been watching Matic because Matic looks like a juicy, juicy long right now. Right now, we have this key level that was touched before at 1878. We had a massive pump and a massive rejection. So right now, I'm looking for Matic to get pushed down probably to this low and look for a long. And that would be juicy for me. So shout out to the people who trade Matic. I like Matic. It's automatic, right? So look for a trade at 1953 or 1.95. Hey, y'all, are we bullish or bearish this week? Let me know all. Yeah. Shout out to Felix. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for trying to help the channel. I appreciate you in the Discord, always giving the setups, the ideas, the trades. I really appreciate you, my guy. Even with the steroid injections. Where do I sign up, my friend? So I am short-term bullish, long-term bearish. That's my stance right now. Matic has a very nice chart. Absolutely. Matic is... We almost caught the top here, Felix. We almost caught this. I remember us both looking for this. That would have been beautiful. That would have been beautiful. Right? We almost caught that. Oof, oof, we would have been giggling. Some leverage. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Matic's come back down to earth. Obviously, we have the significant high here, this range in between here. So, if we do dip down below, look for a long, obviously, at these levels, too. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum is kind of stagnant. And remember, we do have, we have the release of the staking on ETH coming up this month. In March. So I don't think that Ethereum is going to move too much until we have a greater sign of what happens with this unstaking. Are people going to withdraw and cash in and sell off? Or are people going to continue to hold and restake their coins, right? So that will be a telltale for Ethereum. So we got to watch Ethereum. I'm not trading it right now just because we're waiting for the destaking in order to play out. So, yeah, I got out of the short on Matic way too early. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that clearly. I shorted Sol all the way down from here. That was a beautiful, beautiful 140% trade. I enjoyed that trade. That was lots of fun. Clearly, Solana has dropped down again because of all this bearish news that they've been actually getting. So look for Solana to continue to drop, but it's going to try and hold this range. It's going to try and hold this, and we'll see. Could be a possible setup for a long on Solana, right? I don't think we get down here. This was very much FTX stuff, right? That was very negative for Solana, but if we can look here for a long on Solana, right? Huge shakeup on ETH if SEC goes after them on staking. Damn, boss, just pulled in. We'll catch the rest on lunch. Peace out, otters. Thank you so much, Nick. Always saying good morning, saying what's up, commenting on the videos. Thank you so much. Take care, Nick. Much appreciated. We love you here, so you have a good one. Appreciate you so much. So those are the things we're watching right now. AVAX has had some bullish news. It looks a lot like Solana and Matic, so maybe there's a long looking here for AVAX. The reaction will be from Bitcoin, right? The reaction. So there's lots of alt setups. If Bitcoin pumps, look to jump on an alt trade. That is a possibility, right? OP has been bullish as of late because of Base. So if you don't know, Coinbase just came out with a layer 2. Now layer 2 Coinbase, it's on Ethereum, but it mimics OP. So that's why OP has been pumping. If you haven't heard the news, OP has been pumping because of Base. Now Base, Coinbase, you've heard of Coinbase. So OP is looking for a run up because of this bullish news on this new layer 2 token. So look for a trade on OP for a possible long because of all the bullish news that's coming out. We are also looking at OP. Overall, my sentiment right now is to be cautious. Look for Bitcoin to try and make an attempt above this 23,800 level. If it breaks through, we could be back into bullish sentiment where we can be trading this range all over again and making some attempts to get above 25 and up into the moon. All about that bass. So look for us to attempt to break 23.8 tomorrow. Can we get through it? Are we going to bounce? We have these levels. So thank you so much. Nick brought me here. What a guy. Thank you so much for being here, Alistair Banks. We appreciate you. Nick's a great guy. We have a very tight-knit community. We're hoping to grow. But overall, we're all friendly and helpful and just trying to do our best to extract money. We're all hardworking people. But at the end of the day, we're here to build a life of freedom, prevent ourselves from losing money, good risk management, capital preservation. So thank you so much for being here, Alistair. Much love to you. Otter Gang is always here to help. And as for me right now, I'm going to sign off, but I want to thank you guys for being here. It is a weekday. Mrs. Otter is cooking some nice dinner, so I'm looking forward to that. Watch out for this divergence, this bearish divergence to play out in the long term. So be careful out there with your longs because the bears might be out to get us, right? So let's keep our eye on the price. Let's watch for the attempt at this 23.8. I will share this in the Discord. And when my visa expires, like Felix said, we're off to Dubai. Yeah, boy. Let's go. No capital gains tax. We be living well. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I will share this in the Discord and much love to all of you. And we'll look at how we can export the link from the charts so that I can send it to you guys. So that would be easy. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Much love. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one. Mrs. Otter, we got internet. Are we going live every single day? Every day. Even with these hipster glasses. All right. See you in the next one.